In today's video, we are gonna talk about the three different types of clauses that we saw through the classes. These type of clauses are main clause, subordinating clause, and relative clause. And I hope you enjoy the video.
Main clause. The main clause is a clause that can form a complete sentence, standing alone, having a subject and a predicate. A main clause is also known as an independent clause, superordinate clause, or base clause. Each sentence needs at least one main clause to be complete. When writing, the most important information should be included in the main clause, while less important information can be placed in a dependent clause. How do you find the main clause in the sentence? To find the main clause in a sentence, look for a subject and a verb. Once you've identified this, see if the clause would make sense as a standalone sentence. If this is the case, then you've probably found the main clause. The simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence needs one main clause less because the simple sentence is a main clause. The compound sentence needs a one main clause and two, and the complex sentence needs two main clauses. Yes. An independent clause or main clause expresses a complete thought. The main clause is the main idea of the sentence and makes sense by itself as a simple sentence. For example, my wife is a doctor. A clause that can stand alone as a sentence containing a subject and a predicate with a finite verb, as is. Now here some examples. She finished her
Subordinating
homework.
clause.
She turned on
A
the TV.
subordinating clause, also known
She loves
as
to read
a
books.
dependent clause,
The sun
is a
shines
clause
brightly.
that
They
cannot
went
stand
to
alone
the park
as a complete sentence.
and he
It
enjoys
has a
playing the
subject
piano.
and a verb, but it needs to be connected to an independent clause to make sense. Subordinating clauses add information to the main clause. It has a subject and verb, but it needs to be connected to an independent clause to make sense. To make sense, subordinating clauses add information to the main clause. It's, for example, if, since, as, when, while, after, before, until, because, if, as, after, and types of subordinating clauses is noun clause acts as a noun in a sentence. Adverbial clause is modifies the main verb in the independent clause. It always starts with a subordinating conjunction. Adjective clause, also called relative clause. This type of the clause adds information to a noun or pronoun in a sentence. It starts with relative pronoun like that, who, whom, whose, or which. And subordinating clauses are introduced by subordinating conjunctions or relative pronouns. Some, for example, include be, because, after, since, whether, and while. And in examples for subordinating clauses in sentence is if you win the award, since the sun will shine today when she was sick because mom said so. My brother, who is younger than me, is a doctor.
Now we are gonna talk about relative clauses. What is a relative clause? A relative clause is a type of dependent clause that modifies a noun or pronoun, providing more information about it. It is usually introduced by a relative pronoun, such as who, whom, whose, which, or that. When do we use it? We use relative clauses when you want to combine two sentences into one to avoid the repetition. Also, giving additional information about a noun, it can be a person, thing, place, or more. And another way in which we can use the relative clauses is to specify or identify which noun are we talking about. Now we have some examples of how to use the relative clauses. The woman who lives next door, the woman who lives next door is my friend. Who lives next door is the relative clause. This is the book that I borrowed from the library. That I borrowed from the library is a relative clause. The car which is parked outside belongs to my brother. Which is parked outside is the relative clause. He is the man whose son won the competition. Whose son won the competition is the relative clause. I met a girl who speaks 5 languages. Who speaks 5 languages is the relative clause. And finally, we have the house where I grew up is now for sale. Where I grew up is the relative clause. And that will be all for our part. I hope you enjoyed our video.